So this is just going to be just the facts. This is off of pbs.org. Yes, it's fucking cold, okay? The propane went out like $20. $20 worth of propane and it's gone. $20 worth of propane one night. One night. It's, you know, I ain't gonna show it to you, but it's a little furnace or whatever. So, 20 cold, what the fuck ever, I don't care. So this is just the facts, man, just the facts. So PBS had put this, they're like, well, why, you know, where's all this hatred for gay people coming from? And it's by Gregory H. Herrick, Hating Gays, an Overview of Scientific Studies. And they've come up with a list of 9 common characteristics. So 9 common characteristics for why people hate homosexuals. What are, you know, out of all these scientific studies, you can kind of see my breath. It's like, what the fuck, man? A tank, you know, a 20-gallon tank, a 15-pound tank of propane in one day, and then the damn heater ain't even going. And then my electric blanket's up in, you know, fucking Breckenridge County, Rough River, right next to Rough River. Totally getting off subject. Just the facts, ma'am. Okay, so we got 9 things here. 9 common characteristics of people who hate homosexuals. 9 characteristics of homophobes. So here are the 9 things that most homophobes, you can, if they're like, oh, gay people, blah, blah. Ted Cruz, we'll fucking pick on Ted Cruz. He would say, well, New York values are just about hating gays. So, Ted Cruz. Okay, number 1, less likely to have personal contact with lesbians or gays. Makes sense. You haven't been around something, so, you know, you just hate the other, something's different. Wait, that's different. Well, 1 out of 10 people are actually gay, so you probably have been in contact with them, you just didn't know about it. Number 2, less likely to report having engaged in homosexual behaviors or to identify themselves as lesbian or gay. Heck, that might be one of the most important ones. But since they cannot identify themselves or they haven't identified themselves, then, you know, they're going to hate them. So if they can't say, I don't know, I believe love is fluid. So I believe, you know, a very tiny percentage of me, yeah, sure, if I was in a deserted island, you know, I might, Brad Pitt's I could say Brad Pitt's a good-looking man without feeling like I want to jump his bones. Yeah, he's an attractive male, but that's, he doesn't have tits, right? He's not a woman. He doesn't have the body of a woman, the femininity of a woman, the hips, vagina, right? There's a lot of things that's going on with a woman, and a woman is just like, I don't know, I want to dive into her womb and just kind of live, you know, live inside of her and just exist, you know. So since love is fluid, and because I can admit that, I think it makes me a better type of man. But if they've never even said, you know, that they haven't engaged in homosexual behaviors or do not identify themselves, then they're just kind of saying that those people don't do it. So number 3, are more likely to perceive their peers as manifesting negative attitudes, especially if the respondents are males. So men are saying that the peers, their own peers, are actually saying that, you know, homosexuals are really disgusting and really, you know, ridiculous. I don't know why I said it like that. But they're saying that, so that almost could be like a self-serving bias, right? You say, well, you know, I don't hate gays. Well, why don't you hate gays? Well, you know, they've never done anything to me, but, you know, all my friends, you know, they seem to really hate them, so fuck the gays. And it's like, well, do your friends really hate that, or is that just what you perceive? Number 4, are more likely to have resided in areas where negative attitudes are the norm. Midwestern, southern United States, Canadian prairies, and rural areas, small towns, especially during adolescence. So if you're in rural, backwards-ass, fucking dumb areas where negative attitudes, you want to talk about positive versus negative, you're going around being a homophobic piece of shit, you're fucking negative. And again, you know, positive. This is what we're going to hear, that is Christianity, too, or a conservative religious ideology. So interesting, right? Be positive, be positive. You're the one that's spewing out fucking hatred. Are less likely, or are more likely to be older and less well educated. So illiterate people, they're gonna fucking hate gay people. Likely to be older. So old ass fucking illiterate dumb motherfuckers are gonna hate gay people. Oh, you're fucking old, right? You're fucking old, and you know, that's also probably with racism. Heck, that's probably just with like hatred of Greeks or the Irish. You know, back in the 1855 Know Nothing riots, there was hatred with the Germans and the Irish. Who the fuck says that today? If somebody was to come up to me and just be like, you know what, that Jim Bob over there, I heard he's part Irish. You hate him because he's part Irish? That's what I heard. Hey, I mean, I'm not... Don't kill the messenger. Motherfucking Mick Kraut bastard. Is that even Irish thing? Mick? Is that an Irish person, a Mick? Or is that Jewish? Wop. That's a Jew. Kraut. Kraut is definitely German. Yeah, so that's sauerkraut. Sausage eating fucking German. Look at that German over there. Nobody would say that's insanity. That's so stupid. Of course it is, right? Of course it is. So that's number 5. Number 6 are more likely to be religious, to attend church frequently, to subscribe to a religious conservative ideology. So you're going to church, you're a fucking bigot. You hate gay people. You're religious, you're more likely to fucking hate gays. Religion makes you go back to the Bronze Age, to the Iron Age. And actually, right, I mean, weren't there just a bunch of gay sex happening all the time that the Bible says? Sodom and Gomorrah, that's what I'm thinking. But then they use that as an example. But then I heard that it wasn't about the sodomy, even though that's where you get the word sodomy from, but it was about a bunch of poor people not helping other poor people. So anytime you see somebody not giving charity or not giving money to a homeless person, be like, hey man, why are you sodomizing that homeless guy? Why are you sodomizing him? It's from the Crack magazine. Not mine. I totally stole it, but it's funny and it's important. The second best thing to getting the original idea, the second best thing from hearing a person, you know, hearing the original idea, is the first person to tell you the original idea that you didn't hear. You agree? You agree with that, America? I don't. Number 7 are more likely to express traditional restrictive attitudes about sex roles. So, like, no, you got to cover up. You got to wear a burqa. You got to wear, you know, the traditional Catholics. You're not even allowed to show an ankle. You got to cover everything up. Nothing can be sexualized. And I wonder if you're like in such a prudish society where you got to cover up your ankles. If you see a woman walking down, you know, the way, and actually it's a fucking ankle, so, but if you see a woman and she doesn't have her ankle covered, are you just like, oh my God, I cannot wait to just ravage that ankle. I just cannot wait to... Damn, girl, you look at your ankle, man. Ooh, damn, woman. Damn, the ankles. You can't, unless it's a cankle, you can't do shit with an ankle. So I don't even understand that. And an ankle, there's nothing, you cannot tell a woman's ankle from a man's ankle. Maybe just the build of the muscle or the strength or something. But if an ankle, you get off to an ankle, I mean, like, the homophobes... You're fucking gay. I mean, everything about this is fucking gay. You're hating people because of your religion. You're hating them because you're old, because you're stupid, less, you know, not very educated. You're living in a rural area, so you haven't been around gay people or none that you know of. You know, you pretend like you don't have any sort of ideas, or, you know, love isn't fluid. You think all your friends are hating gays, and so you're just going along with the crowd. You're just a conformist. You're fucking gay, and not even in a homosexual way, but probably in a homosexual way. You're repressing that shit, and now it's like, you know, you're just repressing, like, I'm not, you know, I'm not gay, I'm not gay. And then all of a sudden you just, you know, want to suck every dick in the neighborhood, right? Just have a whole bag of dicks, right? Right in your mouth. It's like, I'm not gay, I'm not gay. Oh my God, do I want, you know, every dick in the neighborhood. That's what it does. That's what it does. So, alright, carry on. Less permissive sexually, manifests more guilt or negativity about sexuality, although some researchers have not observed this pattern and others have reported a substantially reduced correlation about the effects of sex role attitudes, partial doubt. So, Right, we already mentioned that. You feel negative about sexuality or you feel guilt about it. And that's like the Catholic Church. Actually, I'm a recovering Catholic myself. And it wasn't just homosexuality, but no premarital sex and no masturbation. No premarital sex, no masturbation. That is insanity. That's insanity. I'll just make this one quick point about masturbation. If you're not masturbating, you know, either wet dreams are happening and you don't understand why, or you're so dependent on finding just some woman, you know, any woman, I think it makes you more of a rapist or more for you to compromise your values, compromise who you actually are. When you masturbate, you realize that you took the power back. You're not giving them the power and saying only them can touch my, you know, dick and get me off, but I can do it myself. So I don't need, you know, anybody else. I don't need to worry about it. Why don't they like me? And then make, you know, internalize how they feel about me, you know, have that become part of me. If women just don't, you know, if they just don't like you, don't want to, you're not interested in you, there's no reason to hate yourself for it. You know, maybe you could try better, do something else. Maybe not. Maybe they're just bitches. Maybe they're just fucking cunts. Maybe they're just shitty assholes and they're stuck up and they're just, you know, they get 50 fucking offers every night. And so 50 offers every night, what is that? That's like, you're just a number. You're just one of 50 people coming after them. So, you know, to them, they're not looking at the whole picture, whatever it is you think is special about you. So, you know, I'm glad that I actually came across that, because masturbation actually frees you from being dependent on a woman to get you off. You can do it yourself. You don't need a woman. And that's liberating, and it, you know, it'll cause less fucking sexual frustration, and you're not dependent. You know, I think that would be either less unwanted marriages, unwanted relationships, and less rapes. I mean, I think all those things would occur with masturbation. And premarital sex. I don't know anybody who waits till they're married. Like, how are you you're not gonna test the car out before you drive it? Like, I'll just buy that damn car. Well, you're not even gonna drive it. It don't even have an engine. Who gives a shit? It's pretty. Well, yes, that's a pretty car. But it has no engine. So it's like a corpse. So essentially the Catholic Church is, if it feels good, don't do it. Unless you get married. Now, if you're married and, you know, you can masturbate together, separate. You can do the nastiest shit, right? You could throw poop in it, and you can have shit, mix some shit in it. You can do it upside down, you know, in the rafters. You can just do the most freakiest shit you could ever fucking come up with your entire life, right? If you're married. If you're married, you could be a fucking freak. You could be the most pervious, you know, creepiest, wankerest, you know, just a fucking, I don't know, a sex monger, a fucker. And aren't we all just a bunch of fuckers anyways? That's not even really, hey, what's up, fucker? Oh, what, you're gonna pretend that you're not a fucker? Oh, if you're not a fucker, how'd you get them kids, huh? You're not a fucker, then how'd you get them kids? Grandma, I know you're a fucker, Grandma. You know, if you're not a fucker, how am I here? You know you're a fucker. And then, you know, Grandpa would be a motherfucker, right? He fucked, you know, somebody's mother, depending on maternal or paternal. So, okay. I'm glad we're getting all this out of here. But these are the 9 things, and this is important. I wish I would have just read this off to begin with. Number 9, I'm more likely to manifest high levels of authoritarianism and related personality characteristics. So authoritarian assholes. This is key. This is key. Authoritarian people. So authoritarian people are the ones that dominate over others. Do what I tell you. Shut your damn mouths. Go do this. Go do that. Fucking Hitler. Nazis. You know. Teachers, Nazis, Hitler. Landlords, bosses, you know, anybody that tells someone else what to do. That's authoritarian fucking bullshit. Shut your mouth, do this, do that. There was that white trash woman in Florida was sitting there saying, yeah, but you're gay and Muslims and blah, blah, blah to those Brazilian guys, right? So that's an authoritarian. She probably treats her kids like dog shit, you know, do this, do that, and everybody else just yelling at them like they're dog shit. And that's authoritarian, and that's just fucking wrong. That's just fucking bullshit, you know. And big surprise, she's, you know, homophobic, saying all this homophobic shit. A different story I want to mention, actually, and this is Vico, Kentucky, was one of the smallest towns that actually legalized gay marriage. And so it was, you know, they passed the gayness ordinance or the fairness ordinance, and they was on Stephen Colbert, and it was like Stephen Colbert's greatest episode ever. But unfortunately, the fucking cop who said that, you know, the gay marriage was like a brother to him, that's not fucking true. He's an authoritarian fucking prick. And so this asshole goes around beating people up and treating people like dog shit, and, you know, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just... it just seems like he's the type of guy that is going to say that he hasn't engaged in homosexual behavior, doesn't identify himself as lesbian or gay. You know, I bet he says some religious shit. He's old. He's not well educated. Tony something. Tony what the fuck ever. So, he's high authoritarian, you know, traditional restrictive attitudes about sex roles, less permissive sexually manifest guilt or negativity. This is all him. And I just think it's fucking weird because for a joint, he'll fuck somebody up, right? Throw him in jail and probably rape them, right? Just to have power over them. And it's not even about sexual conquest or domination. It's just about having power and, you know, humiliating them. But the gay mayor wants to have sex and people to beat them up. So really, he needs to just, you know, these authoritarian, homophobic pieces of shit just need to get that out of them. They need to get that fucking aggression out of them. That wasn't a good point. But authoritarian people, you know, I just think authoritarian people, they're less likely to admit any goddamn thing because they're the boss, they know every fucking thing, so they can't admit shit. I do think that they should fuck each other. I mean, you're going to sit there and rape somebody over a joint when they didn't hurt nobody, and then the person who would love to be raped doesn't get raped at all. I mean, that just seems like, that's just... If a man wants to be raped and a man wants to rape, those two should get together. Should they not? Should Johnny Cummings and Tom, fucking John, what the fuck is that fucker's name? Whatever his fucking name is. Fucking douchebag McGee. Fucking skinhead, fucking racist, you know, homophobic, authoritarian, dumb shit. Commercialized property, fucking dumb fuck, man. So that's it. Those are the 9 main reasons why people are homophobic. Here's something else. Sex differences in the direction and intensity of attitudes have been observed fairly consistently. It appears that heterosexuals tend to have more negative attitudes towards homosexuals of their own sex than of the opposite sex. I almost think homophobia is strictly for gay men. It's gay men that is getting it. Lesbians, men love lesbians. Some women might hate them. I mean, I think it's gay men because first it's like for men it's like takes away their manhood or something. It's like they can't associate with that. To be called a girl, to be called gay, it's like you're not a real man because of that. But with women, I think women hate gay men because they're taking their position, right? They're taking their sort of space or traditional space. So they view them as competition, and rightfully so. You know, if that's your traditional space and you want to monopolize it, that's not fair. I mean, you get the workplace now, so why you can't? You want equality and you want to be put on a pedestal. The reason why I think once all this shakes out, I think that, you know, it'll be a good thing. Men will be more beautiful, be more gentle, have more emotions, not be such psychopaths. And then women can be stronger and more assertive, and I don't think those are bad qualities in either one of them. So you know, we all have female and male sort of internal makeup to us, anyways. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Internet. It's an ancient Native American thing, but we all have male and female sort of dynamic to all of us. So I'm going to read these down again. So if you're homophobic, you could assume a lot of these things. You could assume you're a religious fuckhead, you're a dumb fuck, you believe in Bronze Age teaching, you believe that there's a talking donkey, and you believe that there's, you know, just a bunch of dumb shit. Just open up the fucking read the Bible. It's probably the best argument against the Bible. Just read one passage and you're like, this is what we're worshiping. Why are we worshiping this? This is insanity. So fuck you, homophobic people. You're probably fucking religious. You're probably authoritarian assholes. You're probably not permissive sexually, or you have guilt or negativity about sexuality in general. We all got sexuality. You are, traditional restrictive attitudes, right? So only one time you can have sex on Monday at 9 p.m. That's once a week. Get ready. You haven't had contact with lesbians or gay people. You are less likely to admit yourself to be fluid, to believe that love is fluid, or that you're actually gay yourself, or that you're a lesbian or gay. You're more likely to perceive your peers as hating gays more, so you're a conformist piece of shit, just going along with the crowd. More likely to reside in areas where negative attitudes are the norm. So, again, with the conformity, you're in a backwards fucking culture, and you're like, well, I'm backward. I may be a dumb, backward, stupid-ass, toothless, illiterate, dirty, rotten son of a bitch, but at least I don't, like them gays. That's the only thing you got going for you? That you're a bigot? I might be stupid, poor, no teeth, and dumb as shit, but I hate blacks, and I hate them gays. That doesn't save you. That's actually another reason to fucking hate you, right? Your culture of ignorance. You're less educated. You're fucking old. You're less educated. You're religious. So you're listening to the Iron Bronze Age. You go to church all the goddamn time. You need some preacher, somebody to tell you what's right and what's wrong. You can't make your own decisions, or you're an authoritarian, bossy piece of shit yourself. So you need some other bossy piece of shit telling you, that homosexual's wrong. So shut your mouth and just do what I tell you. Okay. And then you just, bullshit runs downhill, or shit runs downhill. So somebody is, shitting on you, and then you shit on somebody that you think is less than you. And you're less sexually permissive, so you're not probably a fun person anyways. Even when your partner don't even think you're fun. Even your woman, right? You gotta have a woman, but she don't even think you're fun. So, you're old, you're stupid, you're living in a dumb rural area where, a bunch of ignorance, culture of ignorance reigns. All your friends are dumb as shit. You think that they're all hating everybody, which could actually be wrong. You're a conformist. You haven't had contact with gay people. You're authoritarian, and I guess that's about it. So religious, dumb, old, authoritarian. If you're homophobic, you're probably all those things too. So, fuck you, homophobic pieces of shit. Fuck you, motherfuckers. You're gay, for one, but you're self-hating. You're a self-hating gay person. You're a self-hating gay man. How does that fucking feel? You're a self-hating gay person. You hate your own goddamn self. And homophobia robs men of a ton of things. I mean, I started to feel like, male bodies. Nobody talks about male bodies. And when I start thinking about male bodies, like, I want to be built. I want to be strong. And I want to love my body. And I want to love myself. Does that make me gay because I love myself? Maybe it does. You love yourself? Fag. What a fag. But, that's the problem with homophobic people, is that they don't love themselves. They're not able to show affection to others. They are so fearful of being considered gay, they can't show any tenderness or emotion, or just that they're concerned or that they care about other people. And that's really bad. That's fathers and grandfathers and cousins and men who like each other can't even say something like that. Hey, I like you, man. Well, you gay? Well, you want to suck my dick or something? No, I just find some of your jokes funny. I mean, just because I find some of your jokes funny, all of a sudden you think it's gay? That's your dumb shit. And I think it's true. I mean, I think homophobic people are probably the biggest queers out here. They're just just repressing themselves so much they just explode all over the place. They're afraid that dicks taste delicious, and so therefore they don't do it. On Louis C.K., that first episode, it says that straight men are obsessed with gay sex. That's all they fucking talk about is gay sex. What, you gonna fuck them in the ass? What, you gonna suck the dick? Fuck this. And I don't even know why do we make suck the dick, suck my dick like a bad thing. I want people to, I want women to suck my dick, but I mean, getting your dick sucked is a good thing. So, like, why would you be like, oh yeah, suck my dick? As if that's like some sort of, you know, I guess that if you're forcing a person to do that, if you're forcing somebody, like, that's a rapist, right? That's a fucking rapist who thinks like that. And yeah, but still, homophobic people are really gay. That's all they think about. That's all they talk about. And it's like they have to pretend that they're not gay. They have to go around saying, they have to hate gay people to make sure that their friends don't think that they are gay. They perceive their friends as having these really negative attitudes. So if they say, well, I hate gays too, well, you know, old Billy Bob can't be gay. Well, I mean, yeah, sure, he likes sucking dick and taking it in the ass, but he says he hates gay people, so, you know, I'm going to ignore the fact that he really is gay. And why do we associate so many things with gay? Like, to be lame, like, I made some jokes about it, like, that's so gay, you know, look at this, you're religious, that's gay. Being religious is stupid and lame, it's not gay. I mean, being gay is happy, right? That's the literal definition, but being gay just means you like someone of the same sex. So being religious, I mean, if you're a man and you're religious and you love God and he's a man, that's gay as shit? You love Jesus, you talk about Jesus all the fucking time. I mean, he's ripped, right? He's a strong, good-looking man with his long, flowing hair. Jesus, why are you so obsessed with Jesus? Huh? Why are you so obsessed with Jesus? Because you gay. You want to suck God's dick. You want to suck Jesus's dick. You fucking gay. And then you're going to pretend that you ain't. You want to suck Jesus's and God's dick, and then you want to pretend that you're not. But why do we do that? Why do we associate, you know, I think that almost just think about the level of oppression when just anything that's lame is gay. Anything that's lame. Oh, man. You know, you stuttered when you just talked. That's so gay. It has nothing to do with being gay. It has nothing to do with loving the same gender. So, what is that? You're so lame. So anything that's lame is gay. That's hardcore, man. That's you know, it'd be like that's so male. Man, that's so male. You just stuttered. Oh my God, that's so male. Or, you know, you just stuttered, oh my God, that's so white. You're so white. And in a way, maybe white has actually turned into be lame, right? Black dude's like, oh, look at me, I'm driving cool. White guy's like, yeah, I'm driving. Make sure I put on my blinker. Lame. You so white, man. God, you white. Why are you so white? So, there's 9 common characteristics of homophobic people. If you're homophobic, fuck you. You self-hating fucking queer. I don't even care that you're queer, but I do hate that you're repressing it, and I hate that you hate other people for being just like you. There's studies done. You the gayest one out here. You the gayest one. Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is so gay. I think when I use it now, I mean to be effeminate. If there's, you know. But Ted Cruz, he's like a woman. He gotta make himself all pretty. And I bet he's got real soft hands, too.